Today I'm going to be showing you how to hit a one-handed backhand. I've seen a lot of videos online that are not very clear and concise, and often the coach who's explaining the shot doesn't actually hit it themselves, and they are trying to analyze a video of somebody hitting a one-hander and drawing a bunch of lines. So I thought I would make this to clear things up. The first thing you want to do is obviously establish a good ready position. From here, you're going to use your left hand, which should be on the throat of your racket if you're a one-hander, and you're going to twist the grip and turn simultaneously. If you notice here, I've made a unit turn. I've pivoted my toes, my hips, and my chest, and I haven't just pulled the racket behind me. This is a common mistake which will just throw off the shot completely and set yourself up for failure. So we're going to make a good unit turn, and this is very important as well, the position that I end up in. My shoulders are back, my chest is facing to the side, and you'll see here my elbow. It's making a 90-degree angle. This way and this way. If you see under my arm and also the arm up here, it's got to be like that, and our right arm is up against our body. Now, this looks very robotic, but I'm actually quite loose right now. You want to have almost no tension in your arms. A little bit in the shoulders, and everything else is just very relaxed, and I'm up on my toes. So from here, I have two options. I could hit open stance, which I don't recommend for players who aren't advanced and just starting out with the one-hander. This would be maybe more of a point situation where I'm stressed for time, I'm out wide. So for the sake of this video, we're going to do closed stance, which means from here I'm going to step into the shot. So once we've got our shoulder turn, angles, boom, here, the racket is going to drop to the height of the ball. Ideally, you'd want to just set up right at the height of the ball to begin with, and then close the strings and go. Okay? So once we do this, I'm going to call this pat the dog, just like my forehand tutorial. And you're getting this position in order to see if your strings are closed enough to hit topspin, because if the racket is like this, there's no way you're going to generate any spin on your one-hander. And a lot of people have the issue with this on their one-hander. They slice the ball, they skim it, they can't get any power on it, and that's why they don't even teach it to kids anymore, because it's such a hard concept to understand. But it's really not that difficult. And I should mention, the reason that we get the elbow so high in this position, because watch what happens if we don't. If it's even slightly dropped, my racket face is now open, and then when we go to pat the dog, it's also open. So you're going to drag the ball to the sky every time, and even if you do get topspin, you're most likely having to turn over your wrist. And this is going to lead to injury and inconsistency on the court. So make sure you've closed the racket down here, but it starts with this position again. Okay? So once we're here, and all you have to do is go to your contact point. But another common mistake a lot of people do here is that they open up way too early. On the one-handed backhand, you need to stay sideways the entire time. Watch what I mean. Boom. Boom. Even if I'm hitting cross court, I do not want to go like this, because you're not going to be able to get a firm connection through the ball. I've tried this thousands of times. I've experimented myself. It is way more accurate when you just stay sideways, okay? Because when we open up, we drag the arms across our body. But what's really happening, and you may not be able to see this right away, but I'm swinging from my shoulder only and using my body to get power. Our arm weighs about maybe 7 or 8 pounds. Compared to the rest of your body, you've got your legs, your quads, your butt. All of this it makes up like 90% of your body weight. And the only way to use it is to relieve the tension from your arm and boom, use your body instead. Now, in the follow through, we need to stop the racket as well. A lot of people, they drag it open way too far. You're not going to get a clean connection once again, okay? You do not want to fling the arms because it's going to cause you to swing with your arm and you're actually just losing your momentum and power that you've built up all behind you. And not to mention, you're going to put unnecessary stress on your arm and your wrist. We want to finish high, but relaxed, okay? You don't want to be all flaily, unorganized. It's got to be small and quick in order to get over the ball. Now, here are some bonus tips on why you may be missing your backhand. Right here at the contact point, this is the most maybe crucial thing that I've ever learned on the one-hander. One of my previous tennis mentors pointed this out to me. The position of your wrist, if it is not upright at contact point, you are going to have a very hard time keeping the ball down. Let me explain. If you see here like this, I've got more leverage over the ball. I've got a fixed wrist position, and this position, because my wrist is upright, it's rather firm, I can stay over the ball. I can get over it. Now watch what happens if I lose this fixed angle. If I relax the wrist too much, my racket face is pointing down like this. It's all flimsy. And now when I hit the ball is actually going to defeat my racket. It's going to end up pushing it open. The grip is going to twist in your hand, and it's going to fly long every time. A lot of people go like that on the one-hander. It's because their wrist is not upright. Another thing, make sure you are not too close to the ball. This will especially ruin your one-handed backhand, hitting like this, okay? This is not going to give you any power at all, and you'll fling the ball to the side every time. Another thing you need to do is a lot of people go like this. They forget about the left arm. In order to get full explosion into the ball, boom, boom, you need to throw both of the arms back at the same time. Almost feel like they're going to touch behind you, like this. Boom, okay? Boom. And the last thing, another reason why you may be missing your one-handed backhand is because you do not have a grip that allows you to hit enough topspin. So maybe I've actually seen this in a few lessons where the person's hitting their one-hander with almost a continental grip. So it's very flat, and they're really having to stress their wrist in order to get a little bit of topspin, and it's really not that great either. So what you want to do is take your grip and put it more Western rather than continental. And the more you close it, you can play around with it. You'll notice the more topspin you're able to generate. And you can take it pretty far, trust me. And this only has added benefits. The farther you can go over, the better, in my opinion. Like, we see Stan Wawrinka, I think he has a very Western grip on the backhand. And it's like, if you just get this closed position, it's even easier if your grip is already there. You don't even have to worry about missing the ball long. You can swing up as high and as fast as possible, and the ball is gonna dip down, it's gonna have speed, it's gonna go boom, like you've never even seen before. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to hit a one-hander, and please subscribe for more educational tennis videos. Thanks.
Many coaches want you to buy a bunch of private lessons. Their instructions are vague, their technique is wrong, and they want you to hit as many balls as possible while paying them. They don't care if the ball goes in or if you're slugging people walking their dogs in public courts. If you're interested in professional shot analysis, I promise you, you will not need lessons with your club pro again. I will provide full diagnosis of what you're doing wrong. I will prescribe you with drills, and I will tell you what videos to watch. You can find my email in the description, and I'll also put it up here. It is tennisdoctoratp@gmail.com. Please send me an inquiry if you are interested in this service, and through it you will also gain access to my tennis course, which will be dropping in the near future. Thanks.